doing really well. Welcome back to my channel, and I think this is going to be the first video of April. So happy April. The month of March is been and gone, and wow, what a month. What a month. I feel like it went really fast, but also towards like the beginning of March I was kind of just ready for a bit of change. I was ready for daylight savings to start in the UK so we can actually, or as it ends. Basically the clocks have gone forward, so we've got more daylight in the days, which is fantastic. I'm just, I feel great. I'm feeling a lot more positive, a lot more healthy and happy and all of that good stuff. I hope you guys are as well wherever you are in the world, given the current situation. But I'm back with another favourites video because I really enjoyed this one last time and it just felt like I was catching up with everyone, and the comments were so lovely. You guys are just so fab. And you have some great recommendations of things that you've been loving watching, reading, eating, using, and it's just so nice, and everyone replies to each other. Like I genuinely am so grateful for everyone who watches at home. You're all so lovely. So I thought I'd film another one because it went down so well. So I'm going to be doing a roundup of everything that I've loved to read, eat / drink, watch, and just generally enjoy in March. So we've got some new books, we've got some new TV shows, some new food. That's what today's video is going to be. So I'm in my little armchair. This is my little reading nook, which you all are very familiar with. It's very cozy, and I just love it. I made myself a little coffee. I think it's like coming up to 4 o'clock and it's still so bright, which is just a dream. So I thought I'd start off with showing you some books that I read in March. So in last month's video, which I'll leave in the top corner if you missed it, and also down below, I was reading this book, which is Where the Crawdads Sing, sorry, by Delia Owens. Now I finished it. You guys weren't joking when you said this was a very good book. If you haven't read this book, I would definitely recommend you add it to your reading list. It's beautifully written. They're making it into a film, which is very exciting, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get into, and where I last filmed a month ago, I was about halfway through, and I just think it's beautiful. It made me cry. The ending made me cry. Quick brief synopsis: it's all about life in the 60s and the late 60s in America, in South America, and it's just gorgeous. It covers things about race, inequality, love, loyalty. It's a gorgeous read. Stark contrast to that book, I also finished this. So I started this and finished this in about a week. That is good for me. I'm a fairly slow reader because my mind is just constantly going, and I'm super tired when I get into bed. But when a book grips me, it grips me good. And this is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. Now, so many people, I mean, I think about 20 people recommended that I read this book, and Zara also read it at the same time as me because we were like, we want to read this together. So I actually ordered a copy because Zara had a copy sent to her by her friend. So we both read it at the same time. I finished it first, she finished just shortly after, and we were both like, it's such a good book, really good page turner. The story is fab. It's set in London. I'll give you a brief whistle stop. It's just basically a really good gripping story it's about the sale of a house and inheritance, and things start to get a bit weird, and it's just brilliant. It's good psychological thriller / family drama. The ending, I didn't love the ending, I'm not gonna lie. I only didn't love the ending because I wish there was more to it, because I'm just a bit weird like that and I wanted a bit more of a twist and turn. But apart from that, it's absolutely brilliant. Definitely recommend that one. Which then brings me on to the book I'm currently reading, which is Blood Orange by Harriet Tice. Now, I'd say about a quarter into it so far, and I'm loving it. Again, this is brilliant. Zara's read this. It's very good. Again, set in London. Slightly slow in my opinion, but I think it's going to get very interesting. It's all about a family, and I think there's some kind of like emotionally abusive husband who's slightly controlling. It's about a murder case. We've got legal involved. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. So far, so good. I'll leave all of these 3 books linked down below. And as always, if you've read anything that you've enjoyed this month, let me know. I feel like we've got a little virtual book club going on. It's fantastic. And I'm loving reading more. I figured it would just be easier to film you by hand opposed to putting you on a tripod. Anyway, we're going to come onto the gallery wall because we've got a new edition and we love it. So this is our gallery wall. It's pretty much grew since we first moved in. It started off with these 4 prints. Then we added more. Some of these are from our travels. So like this is me and Zara in Paris. So this was for her 22nd birthday. This was my 21st birthday in, oh no, maybe that was my 22nd birthday actually, in Greece. And then this is a new addition. So this is from Unique, which I've talked about many times on my channel. It says blah, blah, blah. And we just like the color. I just think it looks really nice. And it's finished off the gallery wall beautifully. We really, really love it. Unique are fab, and also I'm very excited because the next video you guys are going to see on Sunday, which is in 2 days time, is the bedroom makeover. I've been building the suspense for quite some time, and there's some beautiful artwork in there from Unique as well. I'm not going to show it in this video. I'm going to keep the suspense, but I do love it. So yeah, keep an eye out for Sunday's video because it's exciting. Now the next thing, you might be thinking, is he sure? We've been loving this. So this was a gift from my mum, and this is a doorstop, and we've named him Seb, which is short for Sebastian, and he is a weighted doorstop, so he's really heavy. So our doors are really old, and they're kind of hung a bit wonky, and they don't really stay open. So this is our new doorstop. Mum got it from Dunelm, and she had it sent to our little flat in London, which is just so lovely. And she said it's to fill the hole that we are missing so much with having a dog. Obviously we can't have a dog because we're in rental, and our landlord is just so anti-dog, which is super annoying, but this makes us feel a little bit closer to home. So we just give Seb a little pat, and we say you can't pass through the door without giving Seb a little pat, so that's what you've got to do. And the last interior favourite I feel like I have to mention are these candles. So these are from Sainsbury's Home, and we burned them a little bit. They were a little bit taller than what they currently are, but they're this gorgeous like mustard yellow candle. Now we got 2, so we got one here and one here. They come in a set of 2 for £3, and we just really like pop of colour with the vase and also with the arches. So we got a couple of sets just to kind of like make them last, but I just think they're really nice, and it adds a lovely pop of colour to the dining table, which I guess you could say is a monthly favourite, because we're so glad, Seb, we're so glad that we upgraded the table, because it's just allowed so much more space. I've been doing some DIY projects on this. I've been using it as a bit of a desk. We also obviously eat off it on an evening. It's so much better, and it's genuinely just changed the way we enjoy our space at home, and it looks wonderful. We really, really love it. Okay, so it's nearly 6 o'clock, which is the time I usually like to close my laptop, put my work stuff away, and just really try and unwind for the evening, because I feel like if I just continue and continue, I don't really have that downtime, and I go to bed and my brain's like, ugh. Anyway, you're in the kitchen. Welcome back. It's been a while, probably hasn't, but I'm going to go through some things that we've been loving throughout the month of March that's been food related. So first thing is a recipe. Let me grab my folder. First one was the mushroom and leek spaghetti with basil and parmesan I made in the 3 spring midweek meals. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it up there and also down below. It was a adaptation of this recipe from, I think it was Tesco Food, and oh my god, we are obsessed with it. It is so good. My mum made it, she loved it. She dropped me a little message. It's so good. I'll leave a photo on the screen so you can see it. Oh, I could eat that right now. We are going to have that for dinner. I'll show you what we're having for dinner in this video as well, because it's an all-time favourite classic. We used to have it so much as kids, so that's one thing we've really been loving in March. The next thing that I've very much enjoyed is making bread. Now, as you know, I'm a fan of a cast iron Dutch oven pan. This is not a skillet, it's never been a skillet. A big cast iron pan. I've spoke about this in a video before. This is by a brand called Villeroy & Bosch, and I came across a recipe online that I was really, really intrigued to try, and it is a no-knead bread. I cooked it in this Dutch oven, and my mind was blown. Oh my god, wow. It was so good and so easy. You literally just stir bread flour, yeast, water, salt and sugar together, leave it to do its thing, and then bang it in a cast iron skillet pan, and yeah, it was just delicious, really good. Again, I'll leave the recipe that I used linked in the description box. Now, it wouldn't be any household of mine if we didn't have some kind of baked good in our little cake stand over here. So these are, let me lift the lid. Oh my god, the smell is so good. So these are some millionaire shortbread that I made and using M&M's. So I actually announced on Instagram I'm a M&M's ambassador, which is so cool. So I get to work with M&M's every single month to create some recipes and just enjoy them. And this is a millionaire shortbread. It's a salted caramel millionaire shortbread. So I put bashed up M&M's in the shortbread base, then I made a caramel and put salt in it, and then the top is melted M&M's chocolate with crunchy M&M's in it as well. So it's M&M crazy, but this is just ridiculous. I mean, this did have 16 pieces and this is all that remains. It truly is just, oh, I'm a fan. I am a fan. I will link the post on Instagram. You can go and check it out. The recipe will be live the day this video goes live. And oh god, it's good. Zara, do you want some shortbread? More for me. Look who's finished work.
9 till 6 wasn't bad enough.
You know, on cocktail
bartender as well.
Sarah's just finished work for the day.
I think I'm the adult Tracy Beaker. Not Tracy, wrong thing. I'm the adult Hannah Montana.
What do you mean?
I'm just like, oh, so professional. Lovely to hear from you. Get the cocktails out.
Get the vodka out. So we had our first Cosmopolitan cocktail about 2 weeks ago, and it was in this little sachet from a doorstop delivery kind of thing, cocktail service. It was lovely. So we bought the ingredients to make more of them, and we've had quite a few, and they're delicious. You need, what do you need? Vodka?
Well, I just blind do it all.
Right,
that's what great. I did that one you like.
Vodka we're using Smirnoff. By all means use a nicer vodka, but this was just cheap and really big. You need triple sec or Cointreau, some kind of orange liqueur.
A lime.
A lime. And you need cranberry juice and ice.
Oh, it matches me.
Oh my god, it does. I'll leave the ingredients list down below so you guys can make it at home, but it's 45ml of vodka, 15ml of triple sec or Cointreau, 30ml of cranberry juice, and 10ml of lime juice and some ice. Shake it up and put it in some cocktail glasses, which I'm gonna go and get. Zara's very own Cosmopolitan. Oh, why is that particularly delicious?
Oh, it's very
vodka-y.
Fragrant.
Flagrant.
It's very...
I
feel like if I wanted to get drunk in the morning, I'd have one of them, because it's a little bit like a smoothie.
Who wants to get drunk in the morning?
No, you know what I mean? If I was just going to be like, oh, I'm going to get on it today, I'd have one of them.
Do you often frequently wake up and think, I'm going to get on it on a morning?
Not in a pandemic, no, but it's quite fruity. Fruity? I mean, like that with a bit of toast.
I mean, it's slightly out there, but if you want to have a Cosmopolitan and toast,
in the morning, 21st of June, I'll see you here.
It's very spring, isn't it? It's definitely very spring, but it's lovely. Right, so we're on the sofa, we're about to turn on the TV. Well, I'm going to turn on the TV. I thought I'd do a quick roundup. I'm not going to talk too much about things that we've watched on TV, because I find there's nothing more dull than someone trying to describe a TV series or a film and just doing a really bad job of it. I do that. I'm terrible at describing things. But me and Zara have basically four things that we've watched throughout March that we've really loved, and I think most of them, I think 3 of them will be available globally. One of them might just be a UK thing. So first thing we watched, Firefly Lane.
Very good.
So good. That was on Netflix, right? No, Amazon. Yeah. Netflix. It's on Netflix. Really, really good. About 2 women, friendship, love, loss, happiness, sadness.
Feel good.
Feel good. Funny.
Wasn't hard to watch.
It wasn't hard to watch. Like an hour episodes. I think there was 10 in total, right? 10 episodes.
10 hours of
just really good. Really, really good watching. Set in America, and yeah, we just loved it.
Makes you want to be a kid again.
It does me, but yeah, exactly. Just all about childhood friendships and how important they are. Made me cry. I just loved it. I really loved it. Next one is Your Honor.
Just the best thing.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm gonna go as far as saying the best thing I've seen this year.
Me too. And we only watched it because we saw it advertised on Gogglebox.
Yeah. So it was advertised. They've basically done a little clip of it in Gogglebox, reacting to it, and we were like, that actually looks really good. It's basically the first. It's one of those series that just get into it straight away, and it all unravels, and you're like screaming at your TV. And there was moments where I was like gripping Zara's leg, like I was so tense.
The end we watched on a Sunday morning, and we were like, this is the most intense Sunday morning I think I've ever had.
My heart was like this. It was so good. It was so good. Basically about a dad. So obviously Your Honor in America is the judge. It's about a dad who's a judge, and the son is involved in kind of something, I don't want to give too much of away, but it's about like gangs and mafias set in New Orleans, America. Brilliant. So good. We watched Seaspiracy last night, and
I know people that have cried from watching it.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe if you eat meat or fish, maybe you'd be more hurt by it and your eyes more opened.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I think exactly that. So Zara, so it's about overfishing. It sounds a bit dull, but the way the filmmakers made it, it's a documentary. It's about an hour and 20 minutes on Netflix, and it is incredibly well filmed. And he risked his life basically to make this documentary. It's all about saving the oceans and how around the world there is overfishing, whale slaughtering. It's heavy, it's very heavy, and it might make you rethink about your meat consumption and checking labels and where you buy your meat products if you do eat them. So anyway,
not in a preachy way though.
No, not in a preachy way. It's all like, if I was a meat eater, I'd definitely be considering where I source my meat and fish from. Anyway, really good. And the last one was the Caroline Flack documentary that we watched on Channel 4, and I think it was just basically a tribute because it was a year since Caroline Flack sadly took her own life. If you don't know who Caroline Flack is, she was a TV presenter, and she did, well, she's done a bit of everything, hadn't she? She was
one of those people you just knew her name and she just did everything.
Yeah, she was lovely and went through a bit of a rough patch in her life, and sadly the press and the media and the online negative comments has got a bit too much for her, and she sadly took her own life. So it was basically a account of her nearest and dearest loved ones, just speaking about her as a person and how the media and the press essentially, but also online people, so people's negative comments and just trolling and that kind of thing unnecessarily just really impacted her mental health that badly that she sadly took her own life. And it was a massive eye-opener for us. I mean, we know, obviously being online, that it's not always the nicest place to be sometimes, and sometimes for as lovely as everyone is, there's always that one comment that might stick in your head. So yeah, it was a lot of food for thought, and I would definitely urge anyone out there who is interested to maybe learn a bit more about the online world to watch that, because it was very insightful, I'd say anyway.
Yeah, I did say, as extreme as it is, I feel like everybody that is online should be made to watch that.
Absolutely, whether you are
a consumer or actively posting, I just think it was an eye-opener.
It was amazing.
To yourself.
Definitely, absolutely. If it's not nice, don't say it. So there we are. Going to drink more of this Cosmo. What are we starting this evening? It's called Molly's Game, and then we're going to do some loaded potato skins for dinner, which I'm going to film, and then we'll come into skincare, and that's the video wrapped, right? So we've started Molly's Game on Netflix. Brilliant. As I mentioned, we're having I don't know if I actually did say, we're having loaded potato. Look at your head.
Potatoes.
They're we're doing stuffed potato, loaded potato skins.
I've never had one.
They are my childhood favourites, and I've been craving them for the longest time. So you bake a potato, well, we put them in the microwave. You scoop out the insides. We're stirring it with some chives, spring onions or salad onions, some cheddar cheese, and some sour cream and chive. So we stir it all in a bowl. Bake them with more cheese on top. I mean, they're not healthy, but we're having it with a salad, so it's all about balance.
Who calls them salad onions?
They're called spring onions, also known as salad onions. Americans call them salad onions because they go on a salad. Okay, so dinner is served. Got to include this in a favourite because it's a childhood classic. Loaded potato skins with huge salad, a little bit of dressing, and I'm gonna have some barbecue sauce as well. They're so good. You can of course add bacon if you like, but they are amazing. Okay, so we're about halfway through Molly's Game. It's very good. It's quite a long film. It's like over 2 hours, right?
Yeah, and I think because it's based on a true story.
Yeah, it's based on a true story, but it's long, so I think we're gonna get it finished all this evening. But I'm gonna do a bit of skincare, and I thought I'd talk you through some bits that I've really been enjoying. And first things first, as we are entering a new season, I feel like my skin just needs a bit of life. So I've really been enjoying using this. I use it about once a week. From Rituals, it's the charcoal face scrub, and it's got bamboo and charcoal extract. This is really good, really, really nice. So I use this first, and then I'm going to use a face mask from Superfacialist. This is the Deep Cleanse Face Mask Vitamin B3. I've tried and tried to get along with peel off face masks, and they just don't work on my skin. I think it's the beard. So I'm going to do a face mask, and then I'm going to go in with some of this, which Zara actually introduced me to. So this is from The Ordinary, and this is their retinol. It's the 0.2%. I think they do a stronger percentage, but I've heard retinol's really good. You've used it for quite a while. You're not supposed to use it in large stints, so I'm using it for around 2 months. And if you are using it in the summer months, make sure you slather on your SPF.
And only at night.
and only at night. So you do your skincare, your retinol, and then your nighttime moisturizer. Speaking of moisturizer, there it goes. This is another recommendation from Zara. This is from Superdrug, which if you aren't from the UK is a drugstore, and this is their vitamin E intensive skin moisturizer. It's just so good. It's all over body cream. It's very thick, like if you can see that. It's the most intensely thick moisturizer. Zara's probably not going to want me to share this because it's like a hidden secret in the skincare world, but this is good. It's really affordable and it's full of just, so it's 24-hour moisturizer. My skin's been not great on my body. I get psoriasis and it's been not fantastic, so I've actually got a dermatological appointment coming in June. So this is kind of just to try and keep the psoriasis at bay. So anyone out there who's maybe suffering from this and eczema, check this out. Anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling, get my face mask on and watch some more of the film. Right, I'm gonna end this March favourites here with a face mask on because this is pretty much how we've been spending the month of March. There's nothing different here. If you have enjoyed it, as always, do leave some recommendations down below of things you've been enjoying as well. I always love to read them and you've all been so lovely in recommending lovely bits and bobs. I hope you all have a fantastic April when this is live, full of sun and just all of the positivity moving forward. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you could give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click subscribe, that would be amazing. Please do take me seriously with my face mask on and I'll catch you all very soon. Oh, and stay tuned for Sunday's video because it's a good one. It's a fantastic one that I'm very excited to share. I'll catch you all very soon. Bye for now.